Welcome to the second episode of the series of Kafka. Here we will see most of the concept in working. What we will see, first we will have one consumer who is consuming from two topic. Then we will have two consumer groups, and they are consuming from the topic. That means there are two parallel consumer groups who are consuming independently, that we have learned in our episode, or in the first video rather. Then we will scale up one more consumer. Now we will have two consumers and two partisans equally assigned, uh, fully functioning, fully working. We will see that. Then we will level it up, right? We will have one more consumer and two partisans only. Then we will see the fun. Then we will increase the fun, have two more partisans, which means we will have four partisans and three consumers and two consumer group. You know, and in all the cases we will see rebalancing and all, get partisans getting reassigned automatically, right? Kafka broker takes care of reassigning and all. Then here comes the fun part. We have we have studied that if one consumer is getting killed, then also Kafka broker will take care of reassigning the partisans, but it will do a rebalancing. That's also we will see. Now, we also learned that during the rebalancing, if we are not using uh, any specific partitioning strategy, and we are going for the default one, then the consumption stops. That is something which is a bigger problem in production. So now we will see about this cooperative sticky assigner strategy, partition assignment strategy, how it's going to work, and it will come for our rescue, and it will ensure that whatever consumers are alive or working, those consumers will continue to consume message. you know so we will at least see in the logs that what is happening behind the screen. Now with that, let's quickly get started. So I'll show you a simple Spring Boot application that I'm going to use. So there is a REST endpoint, employees async, which is not doing much, getting the employees data. For now, we can ignore the data, or why not? Why not have a quick look? This has got employee ID, first name, last name, and salary, right? Now, employee controller, then it pushes the data to Kafka, right? For all the employees list that is going to get list of employees, the endpoint, which takes which is post endpoint, of course, and send it to a Kafka producer. Now we have a Kafka producer which is which is going to put the data into a topic, which is producing the data into a topic. Topic name comes from the property file, consumer topic, and that's all, right? And then in the send method we see that it is sent, and it is using Kafka template to send the data uh, to the topic that we are specifying. It is using a key, and key is the employee ID. For now we can ignore. In subsequent topic, in subsequent videos I'm going to create dedicated video for keys and all, offset and all, so let's not get worried about it right now. Now similarly, I have a consumer. We saw the producer part. Consumer is also consuming from the same topic, uh, Spring Kafka consumer topic, and it is having a group ID as well. As we all read that consumers should be attached with a consumer group, so that there could be parallel consumer groups which could run independently. Now that is why a group ID is a must. Uh, that's it. and then it consumes the employee data. I'm just logging it up. I'm not doing anything which is ding jank. Okay, with that, now let's get started. I'll just kill this. Oh yeah, I missed out showing you the property file. In the property file, let's worried about only these four attributes right now. Bootstrap Kafka is running in my local host. I have to keep the local host host and port number. What is the group ID? Consumer group hyphen grp hyphen main, topic name, and the offset reset. I can specify latest. Latest will get me all the data once the server will start. There is another value called earliest, which will give me all the data which which uh, which will give all the data from the beginning of like whatever is there in the Kafka topic, right? So yeah. Now that we have seen the property files and uh, the classes, various components that we have, consumer, producer, and the rest controller also. Let's get started. We see we want the prerequisite is the employee async topic has to be created. Now I had got it created with two partitions. Employee async is it is having two partitions. I'll just show you to you. Yes, there you go. There are two partitions in this topic name is employee async. There are two partitions in that. Now let's start the Spring Boot application and let's see the fun get started. There you go. Okay, it is starting up. Okay, it is started, and we see that both of the topics are assigned to the same consumer because there is only one consumer, right? And let me rename this as consumer C1, and the group name is main G. Okay, right? This is the main group, the consumer group main, right? Now, the first thing that we will see is uh, getting some data into this, and the same consumer will be reading from the same both of the topics. Now, I'll push some data, and now we see that okay, there are 5 employees ID: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 employee ID. I pushed it and it received all the 5 employees IDs, right? And the details, of course, right? Now that's what we are trying to say over here, that uh, here we are having two partitions in the topic, having one consumer, and the same consumer is reading from uh, both of these topics. Now let us quickly create another consumer group. We'll call it audit. Perfect. Now, and let's start the application in different port T3. Now let's see the fun. So different consumer audit and G2, right? So now you see there are two two partitions got assigned to this consumer, and let us see now our CAF UI CAF IO would be telling us there are two consumer group, right? We will go to consumers. What happened? Why? Consumer group audit. Probably it is saying, yeah. So consumer group, oh, this should be over here only. Wait, yes. In the topic, in this topic, there are two consumer group audit, group main, and both are stable. That is what it is saying. And we could now let us put some messages into the by postman, and what is the expected behavior. Both of these consumer will receive five messages because of the fact that we there are part of two consumer group. Now let us send this, and will so that five messages are received over here and five messages are received over here. Awesome. So we proved the first, we rather demoed the first concept, which is consumer group, where same from the same topic there are two consumer group who are receiving messages, or who can receive messages independently and could function, right? Now let's increase the fun and let's add one more consumer in one group only. In the main group we will add one consumer. We will go to main, so now what is going to happen on this? Let us see the logs now. The fun begin. This got started. Awesome. But hey, what happened to the first one, right? Now rebalancing started over here in the, and the Kafka broker uh, re-invoked the ownership of the partitions which was there for this consumer, because it demands a rebalancing now, since there is one more consumer got added into the group, and now uh, the ownership of the partitions has been redistributed among the consumers, and then we see that consumer, let's call this guy as, this is 1, this is 2, the consumer rename. This is C3, since we have already one in with uh, main G1. Okay, so in this C3 of, actually this is C2, this is C2 consumer 2 of main, right? Okay, so now since one more consumer joined hand, broker would have demand a uh, mm, rebalancing, not broker, the group, uh, the consumer group owner. We saw that, right, in our slide. Group coordinator notifies a if there is a change detected, then group coordinator will notify a change, and then a rebalancing part ownership of the partition is reinvoked, that we saw over here. Yes, yes. Revoke previously assigned partitions, and now that is why uh, the ownership has been changed and a rebalancing occurred. Now, this is what we have proved, the point that when one is added, we saw a case, right? The case is consumer join, there is a rebalancing. Now, let us we will prove one more concept, and then we will go to uh, consumer leaving also. Now, see, there are two partitions and there are two consumer group. Sorry, there are two partitions and there are two consumers. So we have a 1:1 ratio among the consumer and partitions, which is why it is working perfectly fine. Now let's add one more consumer. Now we will add one more consumer. In the same consumer group. So now yes, this is what I want to show you, that see, there is already there have been already a one-to-one mapping. So that is the reason there is no further uh, uh, partitions can be assigned to this consumer. That's the reason this list is empty for this consumer. Let's call it consumer 3. C3 main G. Okay, cool. Now let's, as we have planned in the beginning, right? Let's add two more partitions in the topic, and let's see the fun. I'll not do it by Kaf. I'll just do it from here. Alter partitions. I'll just make it 4, right? Yes, there are 4 partitions. Okay. Okay. So now this should again, partition has been reassigned. This should again do a rebalancing, but it will take brief time, couple of few minutes it will take. So let's wait for rebalancing to happen for the newly added partitions. It should. So what we learned till now, or what we rather saw till now, consumer joining, new consumer joining, rebalancing happens. We are looking at the topic of partition increasing and then rebalancing happening. Then we will see consumer leaving or crashing, both of this, when we will kill it, and we will see that uh, there is rebalancing happening for such case scenarios also. uh, Now the partition has increased, but it takes few minutes in case of new partitions getting added, right? It takes, Kafka broker takes few minutes. Yeah, you see, now there you go. It was 0, rebalancing started, request joining the group due to group is already rebalancing, revoke previously assigned partitions. Okay, now this consumer 3 have got partition 3, consumer 2 has got 1 and 0, consumer 1 has got 2. Awesome, awesome. Now let us put messages and see the fun where we see messages getting distributed among the consumers. Awesome. 2 got employee ID 1034. Now I'll make it further funful. Now I'll go to messages. Okay. Yes. Huh. 2 has got 1034, and then so our C1 owns partition 2, which is having the data, proper data of 1034, and it is greeting it. Now here also, in the same consumer, in the audit group also, uh, we would have got all the 5 data. See, audit got 5 data. Good. So ignoring the latest log, audit got the latest five record. Now see, consumer 2 of main got got 2 each, I believe. Yes. And then, okay, this guy, this poor chap didn't get anything. So data got distributed between 1, 0, and 3. Now let's see that in, yeah, 1 got 2 data, 0 got 2 data, 2 got 1 data. So that's how it is. It got 3. We didn't receive anything in 3. Awesome. So now we have seen how each of these partitions are assigned to a consumer, and they are reading, the consumers are reading from the respective partitions. Now let us, we have seen that we have run parallel consumer group also. Now let us start killing consumers. uh, while we are running the applications, some unavoidable circumstances occurred, and then the consumer got killed. Now let's see that. See, immediately it started rebalancing, right? And now this is this is C2 in the owner of 1 or 0, and then 1 is the owner of 2 and 3. Yeah. I don't want to further go and push message because already we have. Now we will kill one more. See, meanwhile, this guy is not doing any rebalancing and all, because that's something which we have to understand very clearly. The ownership of of the main is the same. Like, yes, if there is increase in partition that is going to happen, then it will invoke it's going to change things for a particular consumer group, and then it will invoke a rebalancing. But another consumer group, change consumer going for a toss, consumer joining, all those things will not impact the other consumer group. That's the beauty, right? Hope you guys got my point. If you want any further explanation of this, put a comment in the comment sections. I can explain that more. But again, in nutshell, consumer groups are independent entities. One consumer group or consumers getting into one consumer group will not impact the other consumer group. It's like two independent houses. You know. Now we will kill this, which will trigger a rebalancing in this. Yeah, it triggered rebalancing, and this guy is the owner of 1 2 103 and 2. Awesome. Cool. So coming to this, we covered all the four cases, right? That's all I want to cover in this video. And in the next video, we will also see about the concept of cooperative sticky assigner uh, towards the end, and we will see that going little too deep, and then we will go to the further topics of offset, messages, and other concept of Kafka. Thank you guys. If you want me to cover any specific topic, please put a comment in the comment section.